I'm here today with the one and only developer on Montague's Mount, an indie game. Tell us a bit about it.
It's an exploration puzzle type game, narrative driven. You wake up on this island, you don't know where you are or how you got there, so it's and as the story pans out, you basically put the pieces together, and there's quite a shock, I would say. So it's like it's got horror tones to it, but not. We try to stay away from your blood and guts in your face type gore. It's more of a psychological thriller.
Alright, so a bit like in the vein of Amnesia and titles like that, where they just scare the crap out of you, but there's nothing really there to kind of attack you. It's more of
on the surface. It's more but when the shock comes, like when the story does get to the pivotal point, it is quite shocking. So it's going to leave people.
So there's a surprise twist in there for players.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us a bit about the development of this game. I mean, how long have you been working on it?
I've been working on it now probably for 18 months, 14 hours a day.
14 hours a day? My God.
So it's taken its toll. So if I look a bit bad, I apologise. But we're nearly there. We've got about 2 months left, so we're getting there.
Okay, so I see it's on green light at the moment. You're applying for a green light access.
Yeah, we went on green light about 3 or 4 days ago now, so it's early days. So we need the votes.
And what's the feedback been like for that then?
It's been good. It's been mainly positive, and like today as well, we've had no negative feedback. People seem to be liking it. And people are coming back a few times to give it another go, so it's going down very well. We're very pleased.
Yeah, all right. So how long do you think it'll be before this game actually gets an official release?
Well, I think we've got about 2 months development left, so we're aiming roughly around the August time, but don't quote me on that.
No, obviously.
There's still a few things we need to do, and there's still a bit of play testing, and just as the developer, we know exactly where all the objects are to do the puzzles. So it's good today to see people playing it and realise where they're getting stuck, and things aren't as obvious as you may think they should be.
Yeah. All right. So what are the core mechanics of the game, really? I mean, obviously you mentioned it was a psychological thriller. How do you progress through the game?
It's basically based on exploration. So the further you get through the game, the more the story actually comes out, and it's all interlinked with the puzzles. So the puzzles basically link all the narrative together. So it's fundamentally one of them sort of adventure puzzle games, but with a horror narrative twist.
And what are the puzzles like? Is it physics based or is it a bit more logical?
It's all going to be logic. Yeah, there's no real physics based. And as we're set on an island and he's dressed as a fisherman, there's going to be some nautical things in there. So everyone get down the library and get learning. But if it's going to be in the game, you're not going to need to know anything before you play it.
If you could describe one thing about the game to make the people at home want it, how would you describe it and why?
I think it's the backstory. When you get to that point and you find out, obviously I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Oh yeah.
You find out what it is, you'll say there's nothing like it. It's a unique thing which is going to shock you.
I can see you're really trying to step around there.
Yes. We had, to put it into perspective, we had a guy coming to do the voiceovers, the narration, and he was in the studio for the 3 hours, and afterwards you could see he was emotionally drained. He needed to go home and they were going to lie down.
You've tortured him.
So, if you're into your narrative, story-based games, Montague's Mount is going to be the one for you.
Okay. So, obviously, we're not too sure when it's going to be released yet, but has any price point been decided?
We're still talking about that as well, but we're looking roughly around the £10 mark. So
I think that's fair enough.
The duration is going to be about 4 hours of gameplay, so that fits quite nicely with a lowest price point. So.
Okay, great stuff. Thanks for talking to us today, and good luck for the future.
Thank you very much.